This list is technically a top 17, as the last 3 roller coasters all cost the same. So coming in at joint 15th is Intimidator 305. It's a steel roller coaster located at King's Dominion in Virginia. The coaster reaches a height of 305 feet and has a maximum speed of 90 miles per hour. The Intamin manufactured ride is estimated to have cost $25 million to build before its launch in 2010. The ride is themed after late NASCAR driver Dale Earnhardt, who was commonly known as the Intimidator. The second ride to be joint 15th is the infamous Kingda Ka. This Intamin manufactured launch coaster is the only strata coaster currently in operation. To boast the name of being a strata coaster, the ride must reach a height of more than 400 feet. In fact, Kingda Ka reaches a height of 456 feet after accelerating its passengers to a whopping 128 miles per hour. At the time of recording this video, it is the tallest roller coaster in the world. It was opened to the public in 2005 and also cost $25 million to build. A fun fact about Kingda Ka is that in May 2009, it was struck by lightning and had to be closed for 3 months to repair the damage. The third and final coaster tied in 15th is Millenium Force, a ride which has ranked first or second in Golden Ticket Awards Best Steel Roller Coaster for 21 years. Its lowest ranking actually came this year in 2022, where it came third. This coaster was also manufactured by Intamin, and it opened at Cedar Point Amusement Park in 2000. Upon its successful launch, it broke 5 world records, including becoming the world's first giga coaster. It has since lost these records though. The ride reaches a height of 310 feet and a top speed of 93 miles per hour, and again cost $25 million to build. Taking the 14th spot is Canada's tallest and fastest roller coaster, that being Leviathan. You can find the $28 million giga coaster at Canada's Wonderland. It reaches a height of 306 feet and a top speed of 92 miles per hour. Whilst the ride is clearly liked by the people who visit, the wait times are apparently very long. How do I know this? These are some of the comments on a TikTok I made about Leviathan a few months ago. But then again, any ride on this list is likely to have a long queue time. After all, if they don't, that's a lot of money wasted, especially for the rides in the top 3 on this list. 13th place goes to the first and last ride located in the UK, more specifically, Alton Towers. The Smiler opened in 2013 with the record of most inversions on a roller coaster, that being 14, a record which it still holds today. The ride cost £18 million to build. Taking the average exchange rate from pounds to dollars in 2012, when the first sections of the track arrived at the park, puts its cost in dollars at $28.5 million. Its biggest drop is just 98.4 feet, and its top speed is 52.8 miles per hour. The Smiler has not been without controversy though. Just 2 years after it opened in 2015, one of the UK's most widely publicised theme park accidents happened. Whilst there was no casualties, 2 riders required leg amputations. The inquest found that it was a human error which caused the crash. It reopened in 2016 with additional safety features in place. Coming in at 12th place is Fury 325, a steel roller coaster manufactured by Bolliger & Mabillard. You can find this ride at Carowinds Amusement Park in North Carolina. It's the 4th tallest roller coaster in the world, reaching a height of 325 feet and a maximum speed of 95 miles per hour. For the past 6 years, it has ranked first in Golden Ticket Awards Best Steel Roller Coaster. If you've been on this $30 million roller coaster, leave a comment and let me know if you also believe it's the best roller coaster in the world. The first Asian roller coaster on this list comes in at 11th place, and it's called Thunder Dolphin. This unique roller coaster is located at Tokyo Dome Center in, well, Tokyo. What makes it unique is that it passes through a hole in a building and also the world's first centerless Ferris wheel. Its 3,500 foot long track reaches a height of 260 feet and a top speed of 81 miles per hour. The $37 million ride was closed for 3 years in 2010 after a bolt fell from the ride, injuring a park guest, but it's currently in operation today. The first ride in the top 10 is Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit, a roller coaster which you can find at Universal Studios in Florida. Part of the $45 million cost for this ride can be attributed to its multimedia system whilst riding. Once riders board the train and lower the restraint, they can choose from one of 30 songs to play on the 2 speakers behind their head during the ride. The coaster also has an onboard video which guests can purchase after riding. Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit opened in 2009, reaches a height of 167 feet and a top speed of 65 miles per hour. Ninth place goes to X Squared, formerly known as just X. It's a steel roller coaster at Six Flags Magic Mountain in California. X Squared is unique because the train seats can spin independently of the main chassis. Multiple delays meant it open to the public in 2002 and not 2001. The ride was manufactured by Aerodynamics and cost $45 million to build. When it changed from X to X Squared in 2007, they spent an additional $10 million on the refurb. This included a sound system, a repaint, and a new flamethrower feature. It reaches a height of 175 feet and a maximum speed of 76 miles per hour. The third ride in a row to feature an inbuilt sound system is Hollywood Dream, the ride, a steel roller coaster located at Universal Studios in Japan. The Bolliger & Mabillard manufactured ride cost a whopping $50 million to build. It's actually shorter than the 8th place B&M coaster, Fury 325, but likely cost $20 million more due to where it was built. It reaches a height of 144 feet and a maximum speed of 56 miles per hour. The next coaster is called Steel Dragon 2000 and it takes 7th place. It broke several world records when it opened, that being the fastest, tallest and longest closed circuit coaster. The latter is one of the reasons for its $52 million price tag. It has a staggering length of 8,133 feet, so naturally, the more material used, the higher the cost. Steel Dragon 2000 is also more reinforced than most coasters due to the increased risk of earthquakes in the area. The ride reaches a height of 318 feet and a top speed of 95 miles per hour. Raging Spirits holds the title of the 6th most expensive roller coaster in the world. The $74 million ride can be found at Tokyo Disney Sea in Japan. This is the first ride which can be described as a story coaster due to the incredible amount of theming. It takes guests through an ancient ceremonial site with tons of special effects. Despite the actual roller coaster not being massive, just by watching this POV, you can see how they racked up a very large build cost. Taking a trip back to Europe now, but this time to France, we have Star Wars Hyperspace Mountain. This ride is the oldest on the list, opening way back in 1995 under a different name. Its very successful launch helped to revive a failing Disneyland Paris. Just by looking at it, you can see where the $89.7 million build cost came from. Guests are launched through a cannon to 44 miles per hour, which can be seen from the outside. They then travel through the inside part of the track for an impressive ride experience. We haven't quite hit the $100 million mark yet, but we are close with Flying Dinosaur. It opened in 2016 as the world's longest and fastest flying coaster. Riders reach a height of 151 feet and a top speed of 62 miles per hour, and the intense custom layout takes them through 5 inversions and a dive into an underground tunnel. Unlike the other 5 coasters within the top 6, this mammoth build cost was more to do with the engineering of the track rather than the theming. Before I get into the top 3, I just want to mention Red Force. It's the tallest and fastest ride in Europe, and it's located at Portaventura World in Spain. There are mixed reports on the build cost, so whilst it would likely be on this list, I don't want to provide any false information. Coming in at 3rd place is Expedition Everest, located at Disney's Animal Kingdom at the Walt Disney Resort, Florida. The $100 million ride was built by Vekoma, a Dutch amusement ride manufacturer. It reaches a height of 199 feet and a top speed of 50 miles per hour. Its mammoth cost, as with each of the top 3, is largely due to its theming. It's based on a Yeti protecting the Forbidden Mountain. That Yeti is 25 foot tall, and it's the largest and most complex audio animatronic ever built by Disney Imagineering. You can see why it cost $100 million when they literally built a mountain. They used 1,900 tons of steel and 2,000 gallons of paint to build it. The second spot belongs to the concisely named Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. It took the title of most expensive roller coaster in the world when it opened in 2019. It was manufactured by Intamin. You can find it at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Universal Orlando's Island of Adventure theme park. The $300 million ride, yes, you heard that right, $300 million, has a record-breaking 7 launches, reaches a height of just 65 feet and a maximum speed of 50 miles per hour. As mentioned previously, the cost is due to the theming. These top 3 rides are more aptly named story coasters than anything else. Universal described it as a highly themed roller coaster that will take you into a different corner of the Wizarding World. On its launch, Harry Potter stars such as Tom Felton, Warwick Davis and Rupert Grint were in attendance. And the number 1 spot goes to Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. The enclosed roller coaster is located at Epcot in Walt Disney World. It's reported to have cost a whopping $500 million to design and build. It's Epcot's first roller coaster and Disney's first ever backwards launched roller coaster. Vekoma was also responsible for manufacturing this ride. Construction began way back in 2017, with the name being revealed 2 years later. The theming features content from the actual Guardians of the Galaxy cast. Thank you for watching this video, leave a like if you enjoyed it and hit the subscribe button.